Good Thursday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversation Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, we made it over the hump, and we're in the home stretch toward the weekend. But of course, you have your news headlines coming up on this Thursday. We have the truth of the day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's entertainment spotlight, you've been part of my conversation for Grammy Award-winning artist and actress Mary J. Blige, talking about her work to get women involved in their annual mammograms. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's program. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Thursday headlines. In national news, more questions for J&J vaccine boosters ahead of FDA review. The Food and Drug Administration is wrestling with whether and when to offer another dose of the single-shot Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine, while a new study out yesterday raises the prospect that using a different brand as the booster might work better. In an online review posted Wednesday, FDA scientists didn't reach a firm conclusion about whether there is enough evidence for J&J boosters, citing shortcomings with the company's data and little information on protection against the extra contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus. The review comes ahead of meetings today and Friday when an FDA advisory panel will recommend whether to back booster doses of both the J&J and Moderna vaccines. That's one step in the government's vaccine review process. Next week, the FDA will make a final decision on authorizing those boosters, and then the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will debate who actually should get them. Adding to the complexity is whether it's okay to use a booster that's a different brand than someone's initial shots. Preliminary results of a U.S. government study suggest that mixing and matching boosters will work at least as well and maybe far better for J&J recipients. Those people had a stronger immune response if they got either a Moderna or Pfizer shot as their booster than if they received another dose of the J&J vaccine, according to results posted online Wednesday. Mix and match is also up for discussion for the FDA panel this week. Health authorities say all the vaccines used in the U.S. continue to provide strong protection against severe disease or death from COVID-19. But amidst signs that protection against milder infections may be waning, the government already has cleared booster doses of the Pfizer vaccine for certain people starting at 6 months after their last shot. Aiming for uniform recommendations, Moderna likewise asked the FDA to clear its booster dose at 6 months, but J&J complicated the decision by proposing a second shot over a range of 2 to 6 months. FDA reviewers wrote that a study of the 2-month booster plan suggests there may be a benefit, while pointing to only small numbers of people who got another shot at 6 months instead. In more national news, winter heating bills set to jump as inflation hits home. Get ready to pay sharply higher bills for heating this winter, along with seemingly everything else. With prices surging worldwide for heating oil, natural gas, and other fuels, the U.S. government said Wednesday it expects households to see their heating bills jump as much as 54% compared to last winter. Nearly half the homes in the U.S. use natural gas for heat, and they could pay an average of $746 this winter, 30% more than a year ago. Those in the Midwest could get particularly pinched, with bills up an estimated 49%, and this could be the most expensive winter for natural gas heated homes since 2008-2009. The second most used heating source for homes is electricity, making up 41% of the country, and those households could see a more modest 6% increase to $1,268. In more national news, William Shatner, TV's Captain Kirk, blasts into space. Hollywood's Captain Kirk, 90-year-old William Shatner, blasted into space on Wednesday in a convergence of science fiction and science reality, reaching the final frontier aboard a ship built by Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin company. The Star Trek actor and 3 fellow passengers hurtled to an altitude of 66 miles over the West Texas desert in the fully automated capsule, then safely parachuted back to Earth. The flight lasted just over 10 minutes. "What you have given me is the most profound experience," an exhilarated Shatner told Bezos after climbing out the hatch, the words spilling from him in a soliloquy almost as long as the flight. "I hope I never recover from this. I hope that I can maintain what I feel now. I don't want to lose it," he said. He said that going from the blue sky to the utter blackness of space was a moving experience. In an instant you go, "Whoa, that's death. That's what I saw," he said. Sci-fi fans reveled in the opportunity to see the man best known as the brave and principal commander of the Starship Enterprise boldly go where no star of American TV has gone before. And finally, in entertainment news, Adele says her new album 30 is being released November 19th. 6 years after her last album, Adele revealed on Wednesday that her new album 30 will be released on November 19th. An initial single, Easy on Me, is coming out on Friday. The British singer, who was divorced in 2019, said in a lengthy Instagram post that after throwing myself into a maze of absolute mess and inner turmoil, she's feeling better. I'm ready to finally put this album out, she wrote. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's on time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Every person must find their own path. When you deal with people who are totally unaware, remember everyone must find their own way toward awakening. You already may be aware that we are all essentially one, and we all emanate from the same source. This is great because you are on your way to understanding your awakened true self. However, all people just don't get it, and they probably never will. You may find it painful and frustrating to watch these people as they struggle through life, unconsciously aware of their truth. It is easy for you to judge these people and become intolerant of them. It will help you to know that even these unaware individuals are still part of God's total plan. Even when you find yourself awake, there are still places in your own mind and heart that need healing. In the same way, our world has dark places that require love, forgiveness, and healing. Today, understand the true healing of our entire world. Our whole society depends on the awareness of every individual. And always remember to enjoy the day.
Mary J. Blige is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Grammy Award-winning artist and actress Mary J. Blige joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about her work with the Black Women's Health Imperative to educate women on the importance of getting their annual mammograms. Here's a bit of our conversation. Well, I want you to talk to us about why this was important for you. You are the spokeswoman for this important campaign. Why was it important for you, Mary J., to help educate women about the importance of their annual breast cancer screening?
Well, it's important to me because I've lost 3 women in my family, really important women, to all types of cancer. I lost my grandmother to cervical cancer. I lost one of my aunts to breast cancer. And recently I just lost one of my aunts to lung cancer, maybe like a month or 2 ago. And I believe that they would probably be here today if they had access to this information that this campaign provides, and that if they had, maybe more conversations about it and weren't so private about it. In the African American community, we're very private about just everything, and we don't expose a lot, and we don't know that our family members have cancer until they're in the hospital with like 3 more weeks to live. So I think it's, just having access to the proper health care, these places being available in our neighborhoods, in the Black neighborhoods, in the inner city neighborhoods, like the 3D mammogram clinic. And I think if they had access to this information, they would be here. This is why it's important for me to use my voice to help, just African American and women, period, to have this information, because it is very important. I think silence is deadly in this situation, because I've seen, like I said, I had several women die from cancer in my family.
And that's why we're so glad we can have you here to talk about it. So for those who are just now hearing about Power of Sure, Mary J., why is it important to have a campaign that's specifically created to reach Black women?
Well, like you said earlier, when I got involved with this campaign, I learned that Black women are 40% more likely to die from breast cancer than white women. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. But back to you guys on tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make today amazing. Take care.